What's going on, guys? Out here on a really big country western hunt out in the desert. So a side-by-side is majorly critical for us to get spots that are much harder for other people to access in, say, a truck or a Jeep or something along those lines. This thing's a real workhorse and can get us deep out in the hills, and then we can hike from there, or sometimes, if you're real lucky, right where you park is a good glassing spot. So I figured I would kind of take you guys through more so just how I have the machine set up for us to use hunting. Right now we actually have 3 full-size adults in here, so it's a little snug shoulder to shoulder, but definitely not uncomfortable. And we have 3 bows. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how we package it and how we best utilize this Kawasaki Ridge side-by-side. So first things first, if you come take a look, we don't really have hardly much in the cab. The only thing that really comes along with us in the cab is maybe a beverage, if you have something you're drinking, and then one person, in this case Brianna, she's the smallest, so she's sitting in the middle, Tov's on the outside, I'm driving. She will carry her bow on her lap in the center, and it's not an inconvenience or anything, it fits just fine. So that's kind of a rundown of the cab. I will touch on the speakers really quickly, the sound system. I will say we're getting up really early, and sometimes we're driving this bad boy 45 minutes maybe to a glassing spot or from a hiking trail. So it's honestly really nice in the dark to get some energy going, listening to some tunes on the rig. My jam lately has been You're Welcome by Dwayne Johnson from the movie Moana, so if you haven't seen it, check it out. You're welcome. As far as mods go, we do have aftermarket mirrors on here. It does have a backup camera and a forward-facing camera, but Tove had the idea to throw the mirrors on, and got to throw them a bone. They are super nice, so that is key. Coming around the back, here's kind of where the magic happens. This is obviously the bed. So these are our bins. So one of these is kind of glassing gear and tripods, chairs, things like that. And this one is primarily backpacks, snacks, jackets, waters. We also carry along extra glassing chairs and loppers. Sometimes loppers can be really key to get you through a trail. Sometimes we'll even carry an axe or a chainsaw, but on this particular trip, it's kind of not too needed. Sure, the roads are snug, but nothing you can't blast through or just lop right off. Up here, we do have a bow case. So this is a 2-bow case, and that's where me and Tove's bows go. We have it mounted. There's some screws here on the back of the windshield. We just backed them out and then put this case on and then put the screws back on. So we didn't have to impede the vehicle at all. And it's a really nice way to carry your bows so you're not absolutely crowded in the cab. So most of the time we prefer not to use the case if you have like 1 or 2 people, but when it gets to be too many and you're carrying 3 bows, it definitely comes in clutch. A couple more things we added if you come around to the front, just to make this vehicle a little more hardy, is we did add these aftermarket A-arm covers, both front and rear, and it does come stock with the winch. So just in the event that we got stuck in the ridge or our truck got stuck or something like that, you do have the winch to be able to pull you out. Another thing, it can get quite cold out here, and it can also get quite hot. Usually the mornings are very cold, and by the afternoon it gets super hot. This thing is fully enclosed with power windows, and in the morning, super nice to have that enclosure with a heater. It's got a really, really good heater. And then when you get back to the rig, and after a long morning hunting at 1 or 2 p.m. and you're burning up in the desert, it does have AC. So it really, really fits our needs super nicely, and I just wanted to run over with you guys how exactly we set it up in case you pick up a ridge or have a side-by-side of your own and are kind of wondering how we compartmentalize the gear. One more thing I want to touch on is, if you look in here, there's a space on the ridge where the seat folds up and down. So we fit some tools down here in the center, and Tove had the idea to throw this box here in this kind of unused space where you can put a backpack or something along those lines. But for us, it worked really well to have some safety supplies as well as tools. So that kind of works out well. And then it does have 2 glove boxes where you can see Brianna's got her 15 power Vortex in there, and then up here she's got, don't look at her vape, the Geek Bar, and then the Tricer window mount, which she's been putting this thing to use. Like I said, it's got power windows, so she'll get it up just where she needs it, and glass right out of the window in the heated cab. So if you got a high maintenance lady like me, you need a Ridge and you need a Tricer window adapter. Shoot, oh, it does have nav, which actually has come into use for me quite a few times. You know, a lot of times we'll have someone in the car on go hunt looking at the maps and the property lines, but you can actually pull it right up on the Garmin as well. So, I mean, this thing's full of bells and whistles. It's super robust and durable so far, and I think it will be for a long period of time. So, definitely check it out. And if this helped you guys at all with setup, or if there's a way you organize your things in your side-by-side that I missed that you think would really help us, please drop it down in the comments. And yeah, we're out here hunting right now for who knows how long, so the content will be a little different while we're gone, but I can tell you there will be some bangers when we return. So stay tuned, like and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for all the support. It's really changed my life this past year, and I'm super grateful for that. So we'll see you in the next video. Thank you.